By this time, there was no longer any doubt about just what their mission would be. They were to find the Viet Cong's main force military units and destroy them on the battlefield. As the buildup of American forces in Vietnam went on, the chances they would be attacked grew by the day. On August 5th, NLF sappers penetrated an oil storage depot near Da Nang and blew up 2 million gallons of fuel. There had been sniping and mortar attacks too, but the real fear was of a large-scale infantry assault overrunning an American installation. What the Americans needed was accurate and timely intelligence about what the enemy intended to do. It came when a deserter from the 1st Viet Cong Regiment, a force nearly 2,000 strong, told his captors that his unit was planning to hit the Marine base at Chu Lai. The Marines quickly planned a full-scale operation to trap the Viet Cong regiment in its assembly area. The operation was planned in the strictest secrecy. Codenamed Operation Starlite, and deploying 4,000 troops, it would be the first American regimental-sized battle since the war in Korea. The Marine base at Chu Lai was 15 miles from the village complex of Van Tuong. Between the Tra Bong River, the elevation known as Hill 43, and the Phuoc Tuan Peninsula was a fortified Viet Cong base area. There, the 1st Viet Cong Regiment, made up of the 60th and 80th Battalions, had assembled for the attack on Chu Lai. On August 17, 1965, Company M of the 3rd Battalion, 3rd Marines, took up a blocking position on the Tra Bong River. Next morning, the rest of the battalion made an amphibious landing, while 3 more companies were inserted at landing zones Red, White, and Blue. The Marines pushed on from LZ's Red and White, but around Hill 43 near LZ Blue, the entire Viet Cong 60th Battalion was dug in, and there was a fierce battle before the hill was taken. There was also heavy Viet Cong resistance near the hamlet the Americans called A Chuang Tu. But after reinforcement, the Marines succeeded in squeezing the Viet Cong from 3 sides, trapping them with their backs to the sea. In Operation Starlite, it was the early battles that proved the heaviest. The first 2 companies in action took almost 1/3 casualties. 29 were dead and many wounded, but the Marines had claimed nearly 300 Viet Cong killed. The next 5 days involved only small-scale actions. As the Marines advanced, the Viet Cong, numbed by the shattering naval, artillery, and air bombardments, fought delaying actions as they tried to disengage. In support of the attacking infantry, Marine guns at the Chu Lai base alone fired over 3,000 rounds. The ships fired another 1,500. Marine air support was so effective that at times aircraft were dropping their bombs within 200 feet of their own troops. At the end of the operation, nearly 700 Viet Cong were claimed as dead. The Marines had lost 45 dead and more than 200 wounded in the battle. For the United States Marines, Operation Starlite had been a resounding victory. In the first major battle of the war, the guerrillas had been defeated on their own territory and by inexperienced troops. The classic U.S. military doctrine had worked exactly as it was supposed to. The enemy had been found, fixed in position, and then destroyed with massive firepower. The Marines moved fast to take advantage of their victory in Operation Starlite. They launched a series of attacks against NLF concentrations along the coast.